Y'all doing? Happy Winning Wednesday. What's up, Christina? Hey, Rachel White. How you beautiful ladies doing? But Neil, hey, Neil, hi. I'm jamming, Mika Love. I'm jamming, per usual. Especially on a Winning Wednesday. Definitely jamming. So good to see y'all. Welcome in. Welcome in. Welcome in. Good evening, everybody. Maybe good afternoon somewhere, good morning somewhere, maybe good night somewhere. Oh my gosh. Lonnie Watkins, hello Lonnie, good to see you. Lisa Ruby, what's up? Hey Karina Paris. How's everybody doing tonight? I hope you're doing well. Doing good. Doing wonderful. I pray that you're well, blessed. Thank you guys for taking this moment to join me on this Winning Wednesday. So happy to see you all. Hey, Alicia. Hey, so good to see you. Shout out to my moderators in the house. Joining in, the members joining in. Shout out to the loyal subscribers. Oh my gosh. All the new people too. Welcome, welcome, welcome. This is your girl, Mommy So True. Oh, so blessed to have you guys with me on this journey. So blessed to have y'all with me on this journey, because if I were to ask right now, have you ever found yourself in a toxic, manipulative environment or relationship that probably had you walking around on eggshells? I'm pretty sure many of us would say yes. A lot of you would say yes. Oh my God, I'm happy. It's happening to me right now. Some of you, that's literally your current situation. For many of us in this community, we are survivors coming out of victimhood. And this is a thriving community. So if you're new, you're more than welcome. I invite you to subscribe if you haven't. Join the community. You know, hit that like button for your love and support. Let's get the content out there. Leave comments. Share your thoughts. You know, if anything resonates with you, I'd love for you to share anything on your mind. And let's have a conversation, a necessary conversation for survivors, maybe even victims of narcissistic abuse. Anyone who's going through this, have gone through it, know what it's like to be in it. You're so appreciated. Your presence is welcomed here, and we appreciate you for adding on to the community, because just like the live is entitled, Escaping the Slaughterhouse with a Narcissist, is a wild adventure. I'm calling it a slaughterhouse because that's what it is. That's what it feels like. And you only know if you know. This whole situation was a slaughterhouse situation. If you're here now on this beautiful Winning Wednesday, I want you to take a moment to tell yourself how proud you are of yourself, because this thing didn't kill you like it was intended to. You are escaping, or you have escaped this slaughterhouse. And I want you to just take a moment to yourself and just give yourself a big I love you. Show yourself some compassion. Congratulate yourself. Understand that What you escaped, what you are escaping is a big, big deal. This is a life-changing experience. Very much so a life-changing experience. And today I invite you all to embark on a journey, um, you know, with me as I talk and as I deep dive into this topic a little bit. Um, because I know if you're watching this and if you're here, you've been through this chaotic, treacherous, horrible, hellish, demonic, dark experience with someone who is supposed to be a human being, but you've learned that they are not like you. They're not like us. They are not like us. And this, I pray, motivates you no matter where you're at on your level with narcissistic abuse and your healing journey, because where we're at now is a place of transformation. Many of us, and transformation coming out of narcissistic abuse means a lot of empowerment, a lot of empowerment. And so that's why we're here having this conversation today. Shout out to you all in the chat. Let me see who's checking in before we dive into the conversation. Papa Cheesy, what's up? Hello. Love and Light family watching from Bermuda. Know thyself, Amina. Okay, okay. We appreciate you for being here. Adrian said, yes, I'm dealing with this now with my NM and her partner trying to get out of this. Diaz Richards, hey. Christina, survivors turned warriors. Absolutely. So proud of me, says Christina. I'm happy that you're taking that moment for yourself. Proud of you. Give yourself some praise. Give yourself some, oh my gosh, some well needed hugs and reminders, because you've escaped this crazy slaughterhouse, y'all. Any situationship with narcissists is a slaughterhouse situation, because you go from being poisoned to eventually dying. And many of us in this community, in spite of the amount of poison they gave us, we are still standing. We are still going. We are glowing. I should throw that in there. We've escaped this hell on earth experience. And our lives are different now. Karina says, I'm going through it too right now. I understand. I'm so glad you're here. Hey, Black Rose says, I'm trying to escape it now. It's so hard. He ruined my finances and my credit. Slaughterhouse. Slaughterhouse. Hey, Sean Camacho. Hey, love. I love you right back. Realize you're a queen or a king and they had an assignment to destroy you. Absolutely. Absolutely. My God, Rachel White, yes, being no contact since February, went back June 28th. It wasn't a week. I left before the cycle starts again. Radical acceptance. They're never going to change. I love me. I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you. When you leave, oh, NM, narcissistic mom. Okay, got you, Adrian. When you leave a narcissist and you find yourself getting pulled back into their narcissistic abuse cycle, what's happening is you resume the play button for the slaughterhouse transaction to continue. This is why when you leave, you don't look back. A narcissist is only here to destroy you. They're not here to love you. They're not here to do better for you. They're not here to stand by your side. They're not here to fight for you. They don't even care about you, let alone care about their own self. And like you said, radical acceptance, I love that you threw that in there, because if you do not radically accept what is in front of you and what is happening to you, you will be drugged into that slaughterhouse. You will end up dead. They will successfully complete their mission to kill, steal, and destroy you inside out. This is why it is so important to take your healing journey serious, because what you are escaping is death with a narcissist. Narcissistic abuse, narcissistic pain only results in death. It only results in destruction, damage, from mental to emotional to financial, physical. It's all damage. No one gains from a narcissist. No one grows with a narcissist. Everyone goes downward with narcissists. Everyone is drugged in life. Your life becomes sluggish. They slow you down. They throw a wool over your eyes and you don't even want to chase your own dreams anymore. This is what they do. This is the design of narcissists. That's why I said this is a slaughterhouse. And kudos to you if you are finally accepting the knowledge and you are walking in your power and choosing to heal after going through this type of demonic experience. Some of you may be able to answer this question with no thought to it. If I were to ask you, have you felt stuck or trapped, unable to escape a narcissist's grasp? A lot of you would say, yeah. Yeah. And if your answer is yes, I do want you to know that you are not alone. I've been there. Survivors of narcissistic abuse, we've been there. Like many of us, we've experienced this horrifying, terrifying journey of escaping a narcissist slaughterhouse. And for anyone who's watching this that is not completely familiar with what a narcissist is, this may be a new word for you. Let's do a quick debrief on what a narcissist is. If you've dealt with someone like this, and sometimes you question this because you're not so sure, this is how confusing the cycle of abuse with narcissistic people are. You're not so sure if they are a narcissist. So this may help you. We're talking about a narcissist. We're talking about someone who has an excessive or erotic interest in themselves, sometimes even extremely to their physical appearance. Like we're talking about someone who feels high and mighty to the world. This is one type of narcissist, by the way, because there's two types. What I'm describing is an overt narcissist, a more grandiose type of narcissist, the type that feel like they are on top of the world and the world is beneath them. That includes you, their children, the people they work for. They think they are the masterminds of everything. They think they know it all. They think they can control everybody. It's their way or the highway. It's what they say. It's their judgment over everybody. It's complete selfishness and a lot of arrogance. Then you have the covert narcissist, also known as the more vulnerable type narcissist. They are more subtle in their approach. It's not obvious with their abuse. You're not going to have black eyes and bruises with these type of people. They abuse you more emotionally. They are the ones who, instead of ever taking responsibility and accountability for the parts that they play, the things that they do, admitting to what they do, they find ways to twist it and become the victim all the time. It's never them. It's always you. It's always somebody else. It's always everybody else. It's never them. It's woe, it's me. It's oh my God, what about me? It's always about them. And they may not do it obviously. It will typically be in sneaky ways. These are the type of people that feeds you breadcrumbs. They give you a little bit just to keep you there. This is what makes the relationship kind of confusing. And some people may be like, I don't know if I'm dealing with a narc, because it's not, you're not getting abused all the time, every day. It's every now and then. It's at their convenience. It's when they are feeling like they need to bother you or they don't want to be bothered with you. This is a narcissist, someone who is all about self-importance, don't care about you, don't care about your kids, don't care about those bills, or maybe all they care about is the bills and the material things. And when it comes to your emotional well-being, they could care less. You get sick, they ghost you. You need them the most, you can't find them. They're nowhere to be found. And on top of that, these people are smearing your name, constantly talking about you, spreading gossip about you, lying on you. On top of that, they are masters at projection, which is also a manipulation tactic. Projection is what narcissists do. Instead of admitting their wrongs, instead of going to get help, they will put all of their sickness on you. Now you're toxic, you're crazy, you need a therapist, you need help, you need medication, you're not a good a parent, or you're dumb, you're never going to be successful. This is, a lot of times people call it devaluation. Most of it is projection. Whenever they devalue you or try to lower your worth, this is them confessing that they know how much they hold no value. So the complexity of dealing with a narcissist is crazy, but like I said, radical acceptance is important. Trust your instinct. Your instinct is telling you that that person is a narcissist. Don't ignore it. Don't question it. Don't try to fight it. Don't try to battle it, because that is that slaughterhouse feeling that you're feeling when you're confused. You're not really sure. You're caught up in that slaughterhouse. You're not really sure because they've been poisoning you, preparing to put you on this table where they can start cutting you up like you are a piece of meat. Start cutting you up like you are a piece of meat. So that's just, just a little bit about what a narcissist is. That these people that constantly seek admiration and attention will do anything to be seen. They will embarrass you in public. They will change stories. They will oh my God, you ever seen a delusional narcissist who is creating stuff that never happened, lying about different versions of the story just to avoid their mask being revealed, just to avoid their true self being revealed. Because one more thing about a narc, is all about image. It's all about how they look to outsiders. They don't typically want everyone to know how evil they are at home. So everyone in their circle may believe that they are amazing. Everyone who knows them knows a different version of them than you do. They lack so much empathy. And a lot of you have seen these charming narcs, so charming, know what to say. They may even look good. They may be fine as hell. But deep down inside lies a facade, a dark and a dangerous side that leaves their victims mentally and emotionally drained. This is what a narcissist is. And escaping these type of people is not easy. It's not easy. It requires a lot of courage, a lot of resilience, and a willingness to embrace change. You have to be willing to embrace change, because your whole life is going to change once you radically accept what is happening to you and what you are dealing with. And that is just a quick breakdown of what that narcissist is. When we talk about the slaughterhouse, and I see someone dropped a super chat. Thank you so much, Christina. She said, God is making us stronger. We are learning what the enemy does and how to defend ourselves. Absolutely. Thank you for dropping that in. Thank you for dropping that first super chat of today. Awesome. The slaughterhouse. you must understand the environment that you're in, the environment that you've escaped, the environment that you're trying to get out of. Just imagine a slaughterhouse, if you will. This is a dark place, an intimidating place filled with sounds of despair. This is a place of no peace. And in this scenario that we're talking about, that slaughterhouse represents the toxic environment that's created by these narcissistic people. That's these parents, these siblings, family members, romantic partners. It does not matter, because narcissists thrive in chaos. That's why I'm telling you, you are in a slaughterhouse if you are dealing with a narcissist. It is chaos all around you, everywhere you turn. Every day it's something different. You don't know what you're going to wake up to. You don't know what version of them you're going to get when you answer that call. You just don't know how much drama they're bringing when you answer that call. They feed off of your emotions, your energy, and your spirit. And there's no easier way to destroy somebody than that way. To feed off of someone's energy, someone's emotions, and someone's spirit. To me, that sounds like a spiritual vampire. It's like, that means being around these type of people, you can't think for yourself. You can't make your own moves. You don't have freedom to be who you are. And that results in what a lot of us ended up doing in these slaughterhouse situations. We were walking on eggshells. Walking on eggshells, trying to be careful with your words, trying to be careful with your ins and outs. You don't want to do anything to piss them off. You don't want to tick them off. You don't want to start arguments. You just want to keep peace. Walking on eggshells. You can't even be fully honest with them. You start lying here and there because you are trying to protect yourself and your mind and things. It's a lot that comes with the slaughterhouse experience. But here's the twist though. What I'm talking about, it's not just a tale of victimhood. This is about resilience. That wild adventure that I keep talking about is about proclaiming and reclaiming your power. Because we're not victims. If you're watching this right now and you're in that situationship, you're no longer a victim, because you're learning something. You're learning you're learning some life-changing information. You're no longer their victim. They don't have you hooked like they used to, because the secret is out. The secret is out. You're learning some life-changing sauce here. You're tapping into a whole new world by recognizing this crazy adventure that you didn't even know you were a part of. The adventure that I'm referring to for survivors and thrivers is the adventure that begins with recognition. Recognition. We are escaping and have escaped the slaughterhouse with the narcissist, but we couldn't have done that if we didn't recognize the narcissist to begin with. So if you're watching this and you happen to be struggling with getting away, formulating a plan, escaping, feeling trapped, feeling stuck, let your journey, let your call to this adventure start with recognizing the narcissist. Somebody said it earlier, radically accepting. If you don't, you will get in trouble. You'll be caught up in this cycle for a long time. They'll come back next year. They'll suck you back in. You'll think they've changed. You'll think they love you. You think they miss you. And you'll be right back in their narcissistic slaughterhouse again. Let your journey begin with recognition. The first step to escaping is realizing you are in a slaughterhouse. Should I say that again? For someone who may want to take notes. The first step to escaping, realize you are in a slaughterhouse. I told you what a narcissist is. Radically accept that this person is a narcissist because they are often charming, persuasive, and manipulative. That's a bad combination. You're charming, you're persuasive, and you're manipulative. That's slaughterhouse behavior. That's set up to destroy you behavior. That's someone with a character so faulty, so broken, so disturbingly damaged that if you don't recognize what they are and accept it and stop letting your empathy try to correct it or fix it, you will die. They will get rid of you. They will ruin you. They will ruin you. These people can and will draw you in with their charisma. But once you're inside, the walls start to close in on your ass. If this is you, I pray that this message helps you. And please share your thoughts. Those of you watching the replay, I'd love to hear, your experiences and how you feel about the information that I'm sharing with you on today, because I believe if you are a thriver, if you've been awoken to this slaughterhouse experience, you are on the call to an adventure. You are on this healing adventure, this wild adventure. You understand what I am talking about, because the call to adventure is your awakening, thriver. This is your awakening. This is you understanding that you deserve more than what comes with this toxic environment that you've been used to, that you've been tricked to accept. This adventure of escaping the slaughterhouse, it becomes wild because you start gathering tools that you probably didn't even know was available, accessible, and there for you. You start to gather tools of empowerment and resources like this channel, like therapy, like life coaching. You start to step outside of your comfort zone. You start to build your spirituality life in a different way. You start to elevate in that space differently. Because now that you've recognized, you've acknowledged your surroundings, part of the wild adventure is it's now time for me to gather my tools. It's now time for me to do things that I need to do to really heal my life, reconstruct the damage. Just like any adventurer needs a map and a compass to travel and to get around, you need strategies to navigate this treacherous slaughterhouse experience. And some of those tools, if I may throw that in there as a life coach to help anyone who may be really taking this conversation serious and want to take some notes, some of those tools include self-reflection. This is a wild adventure. Self-reflection, time to connect with your inner self. You may ask, how do I do that? Write down your strengths, write down your passions, write down your dreams. Let all of that become a guiding light for you so that you can remember who you are. Remember that you are a beacon of light. Remember that your passions, your dreams, and your strengths are what makes you you. And that is also a beacon of hope to lead you out of this darkness, to lead you out of this slaughterhouse. A second tool, which a lot of us may not have, some of us do have, some of us need to learn how to build it, is your community support, seeking allies. I thank God for my support system. This adventure has been wild. And sometimes I've had to make calls to friends and just like, am I crazy? Friend, tell me I ain't crazy, because I know I'm not crazy. And if anybody knows you, it's those people who have known you a lifetime. Those people who you've grown up with, those people who genuinely, sincerely care about you. Some of us have those people. Part of the tools on this wild adventure is having a support system with individuals who uplift you. Going into communities where you are with like-minded people. For some of you, it might be going into a new church community, finding new friends and support groups like our community here with Mommy So True. This community is a tool for many of us on this wild adventure. We need it. We need each other to provide strength for each other going through and during this adventure. Because guess what, y'all? Even the bravest hero needs fellowship. Even the bravest, the most courageous needs fellowship, needs support, needs love, needs someone to say, hey, I see you, I hear you, I'm with you. It goes a long way. And then we have the tool of creativity. Many of you watching this, you're creative. You're so intelligent. Your creativity is a weapon for this wild adventure, escaping this slaughterhouse with narcissists, using art, writing, music as means of expression, channeling your emotions into creativity. This is a very liberating thing to do. It serves as a therapeutic outlet where your pain becomes your power. For those of us who are into arts, music, we write. Let creativity be a tool for you. You know, as you venture deeper into that slaughterhouse, for those who are there, this part of your journey means facing challenges head on. If you're dealing with a narcissist right now, you're in that situationship right now, please understand that part of this wild adventure is facing this challenge head on. Do not walk in fear. Do not be afraid, because you will face obstacles. This is probably one of your biggest obstacles, the narcissist. And like I said before, the narcissist may try to pull you back in through guilt and manipulation and false promises. But here's where those newfound tools come into play. They can't get to you like they used to if you utilize these tools while you're on this wild adventure. Here's another tool: setting those boundaries. Being bold, asserting your needs, setting boundaries. This is not just a shield, it's a declaration of your worth. I know my worth, I know my value, I know what I deserve, and I will not settle. This allows you to push away the negativity and not accept it, not embrace it, not take it on, because you know it doesn't belong to you. You know who you are. You know your worth. And then, I want to throw in there embracing fear and uncertainty. Part of that wild adventure. We got to embrace fear and uncertainty. We gotta understand that it's an adventure and it's going to be laced with some fear, but we do not let fear take over. We cannot. We got to embrace it. Fear is a sign that we're on the brink of growth. That's what that means. It means you're going up, you're elevating, and there are things that want to hold you back and keep you trapped, but you cannot embrace that fear. What you do is you use it as fuel to propel you forward. Ask yourself, what's the worst that can happen? The narcissist already done took you through hell, up and down, side to side, spun you all around. And now that you're trying to escape, what's the worst that can happen? Their rage? Them lying more? Them cheating more? Them creating more lies? I mean, what's the worst that can happen? Often the answer is not as frightening as we imagine. Some of you are in narcissistic situationships that got you thinking you should be afraid, or that there's something to be afraid of. But if you sit there and think about it, what's the worst that can happen for me escaping this slaughterhouse? Your answers may not be as fearful as frightening as you imagine they are. The escape, taking a leap of faith. This is what makes this adventure wild for me, or to me, I should say, because you do have to take a leap of faith. You have to picture the moment of escape. This is exhilarating. You've gathered your tools, you've faced your fears, you're now ready to leap into the unknown. This is what makes this adventure so wild. This is the moment when you reclaim your narrative. You're not just escaping the slaughterhouse, you're stepping into a world filled with possibilities. For many of us, this part right here might be the hardest because we may have grown up in narcissistic environments that has numbed us to thinking that we're stuck, we're trapped, we can't do no better, we can't go no further. And these are all lies. So when you become courageous and brave and step against all of this, you're the winner. You're escaping. And to add on to the wild adventure, I want to talk about the powerful phase of this adventure to me, the most beautiful part, which is reinventing yourself. Reinventing yourself once you've escaped, embracing the wild adventure that lies ahead. This is your chance to reinvent yourself. Stepping up, stepping out on faith, going in, embracing the fear, ready to face the challenges head on. All of this adds to the wild adventure because now you're able to reinvent yourself. This is when the whole game completely changes for you. You have a self. Somebody's probably like, dang, I don't even know who I am after going through this. I got to figure it out. The wild adventure ahead, reinventing yourself, which of course you can't do until you escape. You got to get out of that slaughterhouse. Take risk and explore new passions, seeking authenticity in every step that you take. This journey is not about finding yourself, it's about creating yourself. I don't know who does not know that and who needs to hear that again, but I'm going to reiterate what I just said. This journey is not about finding yourself, it's about creating yourself. Part of that slaughterhouse dynamic has been that you didn't have a voice, you didn't have a say-so, you could not individuate and be your own person. You've been subject to someone else's, okays about how you can live your life. And now embracing freedom means that I can create a life for myself. Wow. What a wild adventure for a survivor of narcissistic abuse. I believe that it's something to celebrate because it represents how triumphant we are. We conclude our adventure by celebrating that we didn't just escape, but we've been transformed. We're being renewed. And for many of us, man, this is a beautiful place to be. Because a few years ago, a few months ago, maybe even a few weeks ago, we were in a place of complete darkness. Not understanding that we can break free from the chains of this toxicity. Like, man, this journey can be painful, but it's also so vibrant. And I want to be here as a support to anyone who feels like you're not going to make it or that it's too hard or anything like that. I want to tell you that's not true, and you're not by yourself. You're not by yourself. You're going through a wild adventure. But this adventure is going to play out for your good if you use and gather the necessary tools that we've discussed today and take your power back. Let me go through these comments. Thank y'all for the engagement in the lives. I just been rambling, but I'm just gonna make sure I see anything in here. Let me see. PRP24, a world with more of us would be so beautiful. Stay strong and keep pushing on, family. You're so right. Oh, I couldn't agree more. I couldn't agree more. This is our transformation, y'all. Mm-mm-mm. I'm convinced that God is forming an army. We had to know the enemy and how to escape and heal. Absolutely. Absolutely. Someone said they failed and they are the failure. Ooh, I love that. Diaz Richards, I love that. Yes, I agree so much. Misty Green, hello. Karina Pear said, yes, I felt like I was dying and losing my mind up until 2 days. I'm praying and keep healing. You keep going. I'm with you. You got this. You got this. Oh my God. Glitter Love Bug, we're praying with you. All is well in your world. Someone said, I haven't been happy since I met him. No, you won't be. There's no way you can be. As soon as they pull you in how they need you, the walls just start closing in on you. You start realizing, oh my God, what are you? What is this? What type of a creature am I dealing with? DJ said, been there, done that, get the t-shirt. You end up on hell on earth with them, coming up now into heavenly rails now that the demon's gone, says Rachel Rose. I love that. Keep going. Keep going. It's Winning Wednesday. You keep going, love. If you are questioning if they are narcissists, they are either toxic or a narcissist. Yep. If you have to question if somebody's a narcissist, there's a problem. They may not be a narcissist, but they got a problem if you online trying to get answers about a human being and why they acting so mean and rude and disgusting and withdrawing all the time. And yeah, that's a problem. That's a problem. Many of us, things got so bad, we ended up jumping on Google and we learned, oh, there's something called a narcissist. Oh my God. Someone said, my mother plays dumb. She's always the victim. My father comes to beat me up. Ooh, praying for you. I think I've seen you share with us that you're getting away in a few months. I pray that everything goes well for you, love. Keep surviving. Keep surviving. Oh man. Let's see. I'm gonna go through a couple more comments and then I'm gonna let you guys. Sorry guys, I think I'm skin, but I'm back. That's why I say they know what they're doing, says Mika Love. Attentively hurting and destroy people's lives. I agree. Kimberly Alexander, I thought by having a baby by him change. No, please don't ever trap yourself having babies with narcissists thinking that it's going to make any difference. A narcissist do not care about children. Absolutely not. They care about the image that the child may have for them. What is this child going to make them look like? For many narcissists, they not ready to have no child with nobody. That's too much responsibility. The word responsibility is something a narcissist is allergic to. Children just become tools, objects, pawns in their game. So having children with them is ultimately just really setting yourself up to be in their trap. You know, they use children to really torture people. That's why you got to be bold. You got to be courageous. You got to be willing to radically accept the environment that you're in is a slaughterhouse. And that means you and your children aren't safe. And the best thing you can do is come up with an escape plan. You don't deserve to live in that type of hell. How can I unlove this demonic manipulation demon of 6 years? I try blocking him for weeks. He somehow gets back in, buys me stuff, says I love you, false hope. The stuff is no joke. You got to start ignoring that. You got to start embracing what's in front of you. Like we just talked about today, you have to embrace that you are in a slaughterhouse and this person is playing with your life. And the only person that can stop it is you, because they never will. How can you unlove them? You can't unlove anybody. What you can do is focus on yourself and allow that love to turn into something else over time. You know, change that love and all of that you want to give them, redirect that into something else, which should be yourself. I'm going to need you to learn how to love yourself more than you love this demon. And the more you do that, you will no longer love that demon like you think you do right now. Because think about it. You said it. This demon, manipulative demon. If they are a demon, you don't love them like you think you do. You've just been programmed to believe you love them because you're in a slaughterhouse. Part of the poisoning of narcissists is to make you believe you're in love with someone who does not love you back. That is that trauma bond. And going no contact is not enough to break a trauma bond. It's just a start. But you have to be willing to start. Like I said, you have to be willing to face the the um the unknown. Embrace your fears and step out on faith. You've got to do that. You said, I tried blocking him for weeks and he somehow gets back in. You have to be vigilant in how you are staying away from them. You can't make it easy for them. No contact strictly means no contact. You're not contacting me through emails. You're not going to think it's okay for you to keep showing up at my house. You're not going to find other ways to get me on the phone. Once I know it's you, all those other numbers get blocked too. Everyone in your circle needs to get blocked. Your family needs to get blocked. I don't want access with anyone who knows you. That is no contact. Nobody who knows you is going to know what I'm doing so they can report it to you. It's strict cutoff. It's brutal. It should be. If you leave any cracks, they're going to squeeze in. They're demonic. They're thirsty. They're desperate to come for you. So if there's any cracks, any room for them to come in, they're going to come in. And if they don't think you're serious about letting them go, they're going to keep playing with you. You have to let a narcissist know you are done. You got to show that emotionally. You got to show it physically sometimes. You got to tell them verbally sometimes. A lot of y'all got the whole silent treatment thing and being silent thing kind of misconstrued. You think that just being quiet is going to let the narcissist figure out that you're done and you don't want no parts. No, you need to make sure that you've let them know you're done. My ex malignant narcissistic husband never wanted to sign those divorce papers and tried to linger the divorce process for over a year. I was like, you know what? We're not doing this. Every chance that I have to communicate how much I hate you, I'm going to let you know. Even if I don't hate you, I don't care. My cutoff game became very brutal. I don't care how much I still love you. I don't care how much I want it to work. I know what you are. I'm embracing the truth. The truth is you are a demon. Narcissist or not, you are a demon. And I don't want you here. I don't want no parts of you. I want a divorce. I had to stand firm on what I wanted. It was not 1 minute I don't want you, 1 minute I miss you. You've got to stand firm on what you want and don't want from that narcissist. That is boundaries. Eventually, they'll get tired of you telling them you don't want them. They'll get tired of you showing that you don't want them. I got to a point where I had to have somebody fake be my new man. Oh, you want to keep calling this phone? I'm gonna have a new man answer it. My new man said, "Don't call me no more." My new man said, "Do not hit my line no more." My new man said, "If he hear you trying to come around here, it's gonna be a problem." The last thing a narcissist wants to know is that you've moved on, that you got somebody else, especially somebody who is bigger and finer than them. Yeah, my new man will whoop your ass. I got petty with the narcissist. I'll send fake ass pictures of somebody else with big ass muscles. My new man, you see my new man right there? You come to my house, he's going to beat your ass. Now sign those divorce papers because I don't want you. One time I had to tell him, I said, "Oh, we're done. I got a new dick in my mouth right now." And I'm being dead serious. We're done. I got a new dick in my mouth right now. And it's not that he cared, but he cared. Because you're dealing with somebody that has a fragile ego, y'all. Narcissists have a fragile ego. Only you can destroy it. They all high and mighty, all that fake ass confidence. Only you can shred it into pieces. Sometimes you got to get ugly with the monster because it's a slaughterhouse. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. You got to boss up. Rachel White, thank you for the super chat. Much love, sis. Much love. What's up, yours truly? Mika Love says, the more you love them, the more they will hurt you. They they hurt the ones that loves them. Yeah, they're sick. Makes no sense. Miss, how do you deal with NPD and his flying monkeys at work? Because I work in the same place as him. For me, I wouldn't be dealing with that. I'd be finding another job. I'm never obligated to stay at no job where a bunch of toxic people are having toxic war. It's a whole slaughterhouse of a job. I'm not staying there. I'm not restricting myself to staying in a toxic environment. This is when planning your escape becomes necessary, even with a job. If you're dealing with narcissists in a job situation, you need to try to get out of that job and find you a new job. And if you can't, you need to find a way to get all of them fired. You got to just escape. You got to just get out of there. You got to find a way to protect your peace, because working in an environment with these kind of people is going to destroy you. So why even work there? I just learned that empathy means we have a gift, a spiritual gift of mercy. Absolutely. 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 It does. I agree 100%. I talk about that sometimes a lot. I believe people with high empathy, like us empaths, were chosen by God. That's why we're so godly. Empathy is a godly thing. The world is trying to make us feel like we're we're some type of, I don't know, some type of disease, or that we're wrong for being empathetic, or that we attract narcissists because we're empathetic. No, 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 no. We're empathetic because we're godly, and narcissists are attracted to us because they do not like godly people and godly things. They are attracted to our light because it's light. Who doesn't like light? They're attracted to our light, but then they can't stand our light because we are nothing like them. And we're not easy to pull into the darkness either. And they're also attracted to our light because our light is merciful. Every narcissist on some level knows how demonic they are. And a lot of them are seeking something from God. Believe it or not, a lot of narcs are wanting God's attention. They want God to do something for them because they're trapped in these satanic bodies. And they did pray for you. God sent you to that narcissist. For many of us, we were sent for a reason into that person's life. God was like, look, okay, I'm going to give you a chance. I'm going to send you my merciful chosen child, Alicia. I'm going to send you Queen J. I'm going to send you the Desan Target, 6891. I'm going to send you my most merciful child to bring empathy and love into your dark world. And I'm going to see what you're going to do. Depending on what you do, I'm going to either save your soul, or I'm going to let your soul go ahead and die and let you stay in that reprobated mind. And many of you, the testimony is that they failed. They failed God because they failed you. And so that's why now life after you is not going to be what they thought it would be, because their karma is going to be real. God's wrath is real. God designs his punishment very specific for gaslighters and manipulators like these narcissists. God gives everybody a chance to get it right. have some narcs that get to a place of collapse where they have no choice but to break down, go to God. Many of you have heard preachers talk about how they used to be so messed up back in the day. They were drug dealing, pimping, selling drugs, all kind of stuff. They were narcs. God had to soften their hearts because that's what it takes. Because at the end of the day, every knee shall bow, every tongue must confess. And if that narcissist isn't willing to do that, not ready to do that, leave them where they're at. And that's where we come in. That's why I love the beginning of this show. Somebody was like, yeah, God's bringing his people together. Yes, that's absolutely true. All of us empaths right here, gathered together, having these conversations, we are God's army. We are God's army. That's why this channel in particular, this is not a channel where you're going to come and play games. You will get played over here. You will get played over here. This is warrior camp over here, man. We ready for all of it. The good, the bad, the ugly. We prepared, we armored up, we gunned down, we ready to go. We got our boots strapped nice and tight, ready to run. We got our gloves on, ready to box. We whatever, let's go. This is that community right here. Warriors, true survivors of narcissistic abuse. We are tired. Enough is enough. We've escaped the slaughterhouse and we're staying out of it. We understand that we are on this healing adventure and it's buck wild, but many of us have overcome some of the worst parts of it and now we're enjoying our peace. We're figuring out ways to be happier in life because, like I told you, we're not finding ourselves. We're creating. We're creating ourselves. Creating a new version of us. Yours truly said they literally pretend an entire lifestyle. That's wild and takes such a toll on your mental and emotional health. You said it. What's up, DJ? Yes, makes moves with as little detection as possible. Keep your emotions and reactions to yourself. Resist being triggered. Yes, thank you. I love how you guys drop gems in the chat for each other. That's so motivating. Sean says, this was the cocoon for us to fly. Transformation. I love it, Sean. I love it. I love it. I hope you guys got some takeaways from this. Man, radically accept transformation, creating your life, facing those challenges head on, not walking in fear. You know, God, it's a wild adventure, y'all. It's a wild adventure. Every day is not easy, but we're going. The narcissism only comes out after marriage when their true colors start to show. Lovely roses. Ooh, I agree. I mean, some people don't marry narcs and their true colors still show. But those who got into those marriages, you know how extreme it got. Mm-mm-mm. Everybody check out that song, I Don't Care Anymore, Phil Collins. Good one, Sean. Get to that I don't give a fuck mode, right? Woo! What's up, Smooth Jazz? This isn't a person you're dealing with, it's a demon. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Yep. Yep, yep, yep. My God. Someone said, Mommy, I did the same trick. Woo! Yep, yep. I ain't playing. I don't care. When I'm done, I'm done. We not playing no games. Ain't no hoovering and none of that. I got tricked into hoovers in my marriage a couple of times, and then I had to wake up and realize, hold on, am I dealing with a narcissist? You know, after being hoovered the first time, that's when I kind of started putting everything together. I was like, okay, this is a cycle. I was like, this is a cycle. I've seen this before. I know what this is, but it's from a romantic relationship. But he reminds me of my mom. Like he's making me feel emotionally depleted like my mother. This person is telling me they love me, they're promising me all this stuff, but their actions are completely opposite. And on top of that, they want me to deal with it and take it like it is because I said I love them. You love me enough, you'll just deal with it. You'll suck it up. You must not love me. That's a narcissist. I was like, get the fuck out. I was like, get the fuck out. Go. I see someone say no signs before marriage. Yeah, there were definitely signs, but not enough for me to think that it was that. They don't ever give you enough before a marriage for you to really run away before the marriage. They don't. They don't. Because the early signs for me, the early red flags also included him apologizing after every time he did something. So for me, I was like, well, hey, at least he's a stand-up man. He's saying sorry. He's sorry. Okay, we can make it through stuff. He know how to say sorry. Little did I know that was just part of the calculation. That was him just slowly pushing me in that slaughterhouse. I'm a breadcrumber. I'm a baiter. I'm gonna tell her what she want to hear. I'm gonna tell her enough because I know what she's gonna see as a good man, as a strong man. He knew that a man who apologizes meant something. So every time he slipped up and there was a red flag, for me, the red flags in the beginning was the rage. Number one red flag for me in my situation, dealing with a malignant narcissist, was the narcissistic rage. It was him being mad at me setting boundaries, going against what he did not like, or him being mad because I was, I guess, doing my own thing. Like he would get mad that I didn't do something his way or I didn't ask his permission before I did something. Like it was that sense of control. And every time he realized he couldn't control me, he got pissed off. That was the major red flags for me before the marriage that I ignored because I was like, oh, well, he just got anger issues. He has sucked that shit up. I'm like, oh, I'm strong enough to deal with that. He just a little ass boy that just needs to grow up, you know? But I learned. So, yeah, man. Next guy, background check, says Alicia. No, for real though. Trust me, for real. But guess what? It ain't gonna be no next guy. It ain't gonna be no next guy like that. For me, I have learned to listen to what God wants me to do with my life. And just a quick confession before I let you guys know, the wild adventure for me getting out of this slaughterhouse was me recognizing how much I was chasing what I wanted in life and not listening to what God wanted for my life. And the choice of men that I've always gone after, I've gone after narcissistic men. I've had options of good men, great men, all kind of stuff, but for some reason I've always been pulled to the bad boys, and even more specifically, the African American men. And sorry, but not sorry, but it ain't no more of them ever gonna be in my life. God has finally shown me something that I've been hard headed about because y'all know I'm African. I was born in Ghana, grew up here, but I'm African at heart. And for me, American men, dead. Never again. Never again. Too many American men and women are narcissistic and it's disgusting and I can't stand it and I'm not doing it no more. There's so many American men. This is my experience, my perspective. Of course, this is everywhere. It's worldwide, right? But I'm talking about what I went through. There are so many American men that are not raised by good women. Yeah. When it comes to a male narcissist, the problem is his mama. I'm never going to fall back from that. It's the mother. Narcissism starts with mother in many situations. We have narcissistic fathers. Yes, we get that. But I'm talking about a man and the lack of having a good mother ruins him, destroys him, makes him hate women. And I am tired of those type of men. I'm tired of dealing with that. I'm not nobody's mother. I'm not here to babysit you. I'm not here to teach you how to fuck me right, talk to me with respect, none of that. That shit's dead for me. And I've learned, yeah, that's not for me. Because I'm going to end up trying to fix something that I didn't break. That's not for me. So I am embracing my own culture, and my new man say, hey. My new man says, yes, hey. Hey, mommy so true, fam. Yep, I am definitely entering into a new phase of my life, a new chapter. And just I'm just ready for what God wants, honestly. Not chasing after the things I used to chase after anymore. It's dead, and it's just dead and done. I'm not wasting my life, my time, my love, my energy, my efforts with dead walking creatures anymore. Like that's done. It's ugh, makes me want to throw up just thinking about it. I'm sorry. And I'm not coming for no African American men. There's some good ones out there. Too bad a lot of y'all have been ruined by narcissistic women. So sorry. I pray for y'all to heal. I pray for y'all to get the women that y'all deserve and that y'all need in y'all lives. But as for me, black men, uh-uh. Nah, I'm good. I am so, so, so good. Woo! But yeah, that's just, just personal. But yeah, I am moving on, man, guys. I have to. I have to. Somebody said, no next guy for me. God knows the plan he has, and it's not to cause us harm. Amen. Favored, thank you for being here. I see you in the chat. Mika Love said, the narcissist I was with will physically abuse me and then go out and buy me gifts after. I was so lost and it had me so confused. Yeah, same here. Same here. This person was literally having sex with every woman he said was a client. He was having sex with married women. He was having sex with young women, old women. I mean, it was just like, what the fudge? Like, ew. And then turn around and think that buying me something or promising me money or buying me a car would change the fact that he was a piece of shit. Like, ew. Wild adventure. Wild, wild adventure. Yep, look like somebody's listening to that Phil Collins song. I don't care anymore. It is a vibe. I love that song. Thanks, Sean, for dropping that in the chat today. You got some people, going in like, yo, let me check that song out. Yep, everybody go check that song out. Phil Collins. I love him. I love him. So, yeah, man, I'm gonna let y'all go. It's been a pleasure. I'm so proud of everybody. Um, yeah, man. Oh my gosh, Alicia, I forgot to talk about Divorce in the Black, Tyler Perry, real quick for those of you who want to hear about this. So, Alicia put me on to Tyler Perry's new movie called Divorce in the Black. And because I just talked about the African American man and how I am done with that chapter of my life, I want to add on the disgust of how the family is typically in on it with how destructive the narcissist is. If you haven't watched that movie, I highly recommend it, especially if you've been married to a narcissist before. For me, that movie resonated so deeply because the man was a malignant, toxic narcissist, just like what I was married to. Just so much PTSD, so insecure, so up and down, boohooing and crying, but didn't know how to treat you. It was just, you got to watch that. And one of the biggest things that stood out for me was watching how this man's mother and brothers were the reason for his failure. A lot of times, this narcissist is in a slaughterhouse their own self. And that's why they're pulling you along with it. Misery loves company. That is the narcissist. The narcissist loves company because they're miserable. Their family is miserable. Their mother is miserable. Their life is miserable. And why not marry you and pull you into that misery? That movie hit so different. It took me about a week to get through the movie. I had to watch it, pause it, watch it, pause it. I'm like, oh, Lord, I can't. Oh, Jesus. But it's such a wild adventure. I'm not going to spoil the end of the movie for you, but speaking of this slaughterhouse situation is making me go back to that movie because that woman was in a slaughterhouse. She was a pastor's daughter being treated like the bottom of somebody's shoe because she married a man who did not value her because he didn't value himself. She was in a slaughterhouse so deeply that no matter what her own parents said, she was still fighting for him. How many of us did that? You had people literally telling you how shitty of a person this is, and you still trying to fight for him. You still trying to make excuses. It's a slaughterhouse. If this is you, get out. Get out. Somebody said, "Child, I'm not watching it. I ain't trying to. I ain't trying to go through it." That's what I was so nervous watching that. I was like, "Lord, I don't want to. I don't want to go back into." But I've come a long way with healing, so it didn't bother me as much as I expected it to. But man, it was still pretty deep. I was like, "Wow, this resonates a lot. This resonates a lot." But ooh, Lord, I just had to throw that in there. So to my movie watchers, I think Alicia dropped it in the chat for y'all. Yep, the name Divorce in the Black on Amazon Prime. Thanks, Alicia. Yes, I appreciate that. Yeah, man. So look, you guys enjoy it. For those of you who do end up watching it, please, share your thoughts, share your comments. I know everybody may not be a Tyler Perry fan or whatever, but hey, I'm one of those people. I I can hate the man, but not the message, right? I might not like the person, but God used anybody and everybody. It is what it is. So um, thank y'all so much for your time, though. I appreciate it. Thank you for having this conversation with me about escaping the slaughterhouse with a narcissist and talking about the wild adventure behind it. I appreciate so much of your time listening, your thoughts, and everything that you've shared in the chats. I invite you to subscribe if you're new and you've watched this for the first time. Hit that like button, drop a comment, say something, share your thoughts and opinions. It's appreciated. So, thank you guys so much. I appreciate all of your time today on this beautiful Wednesday. Have a blessed night. Keep thriving, keep going strong. I am with you. Be great out there. And until next time, guys, y'all be good. Y'all have a great night. Sleep tight. I appreciate all of y'all. Y'all stay blessed until next time, guys. Bye, everybody. Take care.